Okay, did Mark Carney just fire his US ambassador? Canada's ambassador to the US, Kirsten Hillman, is leaving her role. Global News reported that she had decided earlier this year that she would resign in 2026. Her initial plans had been to resign in mid-2026. Here's where this gets interesting. Apparently, she and Prime Minister Carney decided that it would be best if she left early next year before negotiations to update CUSMA begin in July. I don't know. That sounds to me like when Chrystia Freeland left cabinet earlier this year and said, hey, there's nothing to see here. I already planned to leave cabinet this summer anyways. Like, that was barely 6 months after Chrystia Freeland was re-elected, That was barely 6 months after the last election. This kind of smells like that. It smells a little bit like that. I mean, granted, Kirsten Hillman is an appointed official, not elected. But some of you might know that Kirsten Hillman was appointed by Justin Trudeau in 2020. And we all know at this point that Donald Trump hates Justin Trudeau. He hates Chrystia Freeland and basically anybody that was involved in CUSMA negotiations from the Canada side at that time. Global News put it like this. Apparently, it was important for Carney to have a new individual advocating for Canada in Washington. Sheesh. That's like a nice way of saying Trump doesn't want to see her, which is unfortunate. She sounds like a really talented individual who served Canada very well. Anyways, unfortunately, her efforts have not yielded a trade deal with the United States since Donald Trump came into office. She is our top negotiator. So here's a thought. Is this Mark Carney's silent commentary on Kirsten Hillman's performance? I mean, think about it. Imagine you're the best at what you do. Say you work for a bakery and you make the best sliced bread in history. I mean, soft as anything, right? You've done this for 20 years and you're retiring in a year from now. Nobody else can do what you do, right? Once you leave, nobody else can make that heavenly sliced bread ever again. I think the moves for most companies would be to keep you around as long as they can, right? It wouldn't be to send you off for an early retirement. Nah, we want that sliced bread. I'm just saying, if Mark Carney truly considered Kirsten Hillman to be irreplaceable, he wouldn't be letting her leave early. That's like going in to handing you a 2 weeks notice to leave a job and they tell you can leave tomorrow. Bro, they're telling you something at that point. Anyways, we thank Kirsten Hillman for her service. In her statement, she said, while there will never be a perfect time to leave, this is the right time to put a team in place that will see the CUSMA review through its conclusion. Anyways, that's enough speculation on my part. Let's talk about the other part of this. Kirsten Hillman's replacement will be Mark Wiseman, according to Global News. Who's Mark Wiseman? Well, apparently he is a close friend of Prime Minister Carney. He's a former chair of the Alberta Investment Management Corporation. He's a former manager at the U.S. investment firm BlackRock. Prior to 2016, he was the president and CEO of the Canada Pension Plan Investment Board. He's very much cut from the same cloth as Mark Carney. Global News has described him as Carney's protege. With those kinds of connections, it might be interesting to see how Pierre Poilievre and the Conservatives assess that choice, especially if negotiations with the United States continue to stall. I can just see the narrative. Job for the boys. Mark Carney continues to enrich his friends to the detriment of Canadians. That is the narrative I expect out of the Conservatives. Stay tuned.